Name's Barr, by the way, Red Bar. All my permits are current.
Chapelle respectfully says that Andrew Shulz's comedy is not the same as doing stand-up. Yikes. We're going to play you this clip. You know, Andrew Shulz, this is one of those guys who came up as a, radio sidekick with Charlemagne the God. He actually is Bill Schultz's cousin. And Andrew Shulz was never respected as a real comedian because he didn't pay his dues. He just goes up, and because he had fame from this Charlemagne podcast that was really big with the black community, he'd sell out these shows. He'd go up and he'd just do crowd work, and everyone would die, and Schulz would call himself a comic. And it wasn't until Schulz got famous here that all the comics allowed this. They actually hated him. They all talked shit about him. They thought he was cheating. Dave Chapelle is the only one not swayed by Andrew's new clout. Listen to
People
this.
are saying the mods of The Fighter and the Kid are clout chasers in their own way, so you might have a point.
I think something's up, and I think secretly those mods would just love to be friends with Brendan and Brian at the end of the day. Like, that's
Definitely
their goal.
Brian.
Both of them. I don't care what they write. I can see right through people. They're in love with this Brendan Schaub, and they just want to be part of his thing. To ban us from that and to threaten people, to ban users just for posting, they don't know your rules.
I didn't know that they did that.
Yeah. Oh, it's all the time.
But every time, no.
So somebody get to the bottom of it. Find out what's going on with this compromised, corrupted mod. But here is Dave Chapelle on Andrew Shulz.
Things online, and like Andrew Shulz, the best example, I think. He started doing those things like turn your phone sideways and those long.
So this is great. I've been hearing Joe Rogan spout this bullshit for, a year. Oh, Andrew Shulz. Have you seen Andrew Shulz? Oh, he's like Tim Dillon. Did you see Tim Dillon put on a wig? He's got this green screen. Oh, Anthony Cumia. Did you see? He's got a green screen. To Joe, to be keyed out and to have a different background slapped in is just mind-blowing. To Joe, Tommy NC 2010, a retard on YouTube, using like an Instagram filter that keys him out shittily but puts New York in the back. Like that to Joe is just up there with the Avengers, with the Transformers, the work they do with 3D modeling. He just is blown away. So he's been going on this campaign for Andrew Shulz. And finally, somebody says, I got to stop you there, Joe.
And like Andrew Shulz, the best example, I think. He started doing those things like turn your phone sideways and those long rants, like 10, 15-minute rants with photographs and punchline after punchline after punchline. And then they did a whole Netflix special about it. Like he did a series of Netflix pieces on it. And what he did was he said, okay, I can't do stand-up, but this isn't stand-up, so I shouldn't do stand-up like this because there's no audience. So the key to this, and he figured it out. He's like, the key to this is you got to hit it fast. The punchlines have to come one after the other after the other.
You shouldn't be trying to figure out the key. Just do what you think's funny. If it picks up, that's great. I don't like key searchers finding out what you're going to like and then just doing that. That's called pandering. That's what all of you do.
It's got to be fast-paced and with images. So, like, he would use all these visuals while he was hitting punchline after punchline.
Oh, wow.
He figured out a new way to do comedy. He figured out a way to do internet, Instagram, 10-minute comedy.
This is going to kill Schulz.
Well, okay, but that's not, like you said.
Sorry, guys. That's Dave Chapelle. A lot of you thought, Mike, why do you have, like, this really underexposed image of this on the screen? Nope, that's Dave Chapelle. We showed you this last week. Here is a chocolate-covered blueberry from the Kiva Corporation, and there is Dave Chapelle. This is the same image. Mine might be a little better exposed. That's it. Had to do it. Had to do it. All right, let's hear what Dave Chapelle says, though. Believe me, he's there.
Say that's not stand-up.
No,
like this
Wait,
thing.
what?
Instagram 10-minute comedy.
Well, okay, but that's not, like you say, that's not stand-up.
No,
like this thing that you're describing. God bless him.
Yeah,
that's not what I do.
Woo! That ain't stand-up. That's not what I do. So you actually are kind of resentful. You know, you could call it whatever you want it, and God bless him. that ain't stand up. That's not what I do. And by the way, every black comic now thinks he's Dave Chappelle, where they're so precious, like every word out of their mouth is a legendary quote. And they speak slow, like, what's his name? Kevin Hart thinks he's the same way. Michael Che now thinks he's as legendary as Chappelle, where he goes, it's not stand. And everyone's like, they're like tricked by the way, because Dave Chappelle talks like this. And now any black guy that talks like this, they're like, we're actually hearing like Martin Luther King. No. And Dave Chappelle almost needs to be snapped out of it a little bit. You're getting a little too precious here. But this is Andrew Schultz's worst nightmare. The biggest, most respected, best, most famous comic in the world right now, Dave Chappelle. He's the only one to say Schultz sucks. Think of that, too. And no other comic was willing to say it. They all said it behind his back. And then they clout chased him. And now they love him. They hang out with him. They go on his show. Not Dave Chappelle, so maybe Dave Chappelle is the only real comedian. But if you all idolize Dave Chappelle so much, why don't you try to be like him a bit once in a while? You see how he speaks his truth and he says stuff even though hey, he could get stuff from Andrew Schulz. Even Dave Chappelle could make more money if he was friends with Andrew Schulz, but he said what he thought. Your other comedians, they don't say what they think. If it means they could get a little bit money, a little fame from them. Be nice if they were more like Chappelle, huh?
But that's not, like you say, that's not stand-up.
No.
Like this thing that you're describing, God bless him,
Yeah.
that's not what I do.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
It's different.
but
It's different than the way he does stand-up, which is interesting, because his stand-up is
and now
slow.
Joe is like, yeah, well, and his eyes are a little saddened, but you're not going to get really mean with Chappelle here. You know who I respect more than Dave Chappelle? Chappelle Lacey. Better comic.
He holds laughs. He holds pause. He laughs at shit. He fucks around. He works the crowd a lot. His stand-up is loose.
Right.
He has fun. He's comfortable up there.
Right.
But these little clips
Right.
that he does on Instagram are rapid fire, bang, bang, bang. And he works with a
So
series
what?
of writers. They all work.
Joe, no one cares if things are rapid fire. Like he constantly, for years, he's like, dude, they're rapid fire. And because Joe is so slow, like rapid fire to Joe means like you're a genius if you could say things
That's
quickly.
the thing I hate the most about Andrew's
Yes,
Netflix
is that it's
thing.
rapid fire.
I'm like,
I don't
slow
want
down.
rapid fire. It's written, Andrew Schulz, when he does these rants that are rapid fire that are so cool to Joe, that's written by like 30 people over the course of 45 days. And it's bullshit and just talked fast. And you're so impressed by it. Why? Because it takes you 5 minutes to come up with a string of words?
Work together. They put these things together. They work it out, man. By the time it's done, I mean, it is a polished machine.
It's not.
But he
It's crap.
used that time and innovated. And
That's clever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not, I'm not interested in it because
Oh, you're not in it?
no disrespect to him. I like happening in real life.
Yeah.
Like even during COVID, the fact that we found a way to get in front of audiences again meant the world to me. That's what I do.
Yeah. It's a different thing.
Yeah, I mean, I could throw a slideshow and the shit if I want to, but that crowd's not there. What's the fucking
Slideshow.
point?
See how he minimizes what Schultz does? I could throw up a slideshow. Oh, that's great. Is it great or is it a slideshow? Because slideshow isn't really complimentary.
I know what you mean, but for him, he's coming up still. You'd already made it.
Well,
You
no,
just wanted
yeah,
to get back in there.
Yeah, and it's a whole different ball of wax. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like that thing that evolution he was able to make. I'm like the old guy who has that hot outfit from the '70s. Go fashion, go on without me.
No. You wear the longest shirt possible. You overshoot and overcompensate. Remember that when Dave Chappelle wanted to be hip and it was back like 2 years ago, everyone was wearing longer T-shirts. So he's like, I need one of them longer T-shirts. And literally, he shows up with a fucking gown. This thing was like a T-shirt down to his ankles. He looked so crazy. His torso was the Sears Tower.
Did Antone's just make this garment because Dave Chappelle wore it? Oh, they're not a comedy club, I guess.
No. Anton's jumpsuit that I'm wearing. I'm going to go jump out of a plane 7 times and with Jeff Wittick. The one thing that I did that was stupider than jumping out of a plane was letting the one guy I knew stupider than me run it. I'm Jeff Wittick, my eye. What's that? My eye? What happened to your eye? Oh, I can't believe you don't know. The whole world is talking about my eye this week. Okay, Jeff. So, yeah, I was skydiving with Jeff Wittick a few weeks ago.
Of course.
He's like, just because I'm making jokes doesn't mean I'm not crying like a baby on the inside. I said, Jeff, you're too much one tone of this guy.
You guys got to see Jeff's movie.
Yeah, that's an inside joke, but if you know Jeff Wittick, you're dying.